Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Today we're going to take a look at the Aurora World, and this is a free-to-play 3D fantasy MMORPG. A lot of cool little features, some unique stuff. So let's get deep into this and take a look. We're going to start obviously with the character creation. You got your basics, name, so let's go ahead and go with good old Limpy here. We'll stick with male, but you can choose female. And then you can also do some random stuff here that kind of bounces you around, does randomization of your looks. But it's cool because you can select male and then do random and jump around to all the different stuff. But you see the background's changing and stuff like that. That's because it's randomizing my nation as well. Now, the nations get very important because the nations come into play when you're dealing with the massive world PvP. It's basically your factions, these different nations down here at the bottom. You can see there's 3 of them. And the game recently introduced a voting system where, depending upon the nation that you pick, you can vote on who's going to be the king and who's going to basically rule. And then they have certain powers over the nation and able to set different benefits and bonuses and taxes and all these different things. So we're going to kind of use this random to our advantage, though. We're just going to kind of do a couple of different things. And let's see what we get here. And you notice it's just kind of cycling through. Sure, why not? We'll go with that one. Now, you do see here you've got a bunch of different face options. Color for hair, dark brown. You know, I kind of dig that white, but I don't really like that new wave hair. We're going to go with something funky. Let's go with punk. Why not? Now you can't just grab and drag and drop to spin them. You got to use these arrows down here, and they move super slow. So too bad they don't move much more quickly. So then we could zoom in. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time here. Character customization, it's minimal, but you know, sometimes the basics are the best. But anyways, let's get on to our jobs. And it's funny that they name them jobs, but either way, you've got your warlord, and you can see here you've got a couple of different options. You've got warlord, gladiator, and you can see here subclass of the warrior. So you start actually as a warrior, or the mage, or the alchemist, or the witch, and then from there you've got your subclasses that you build down through and you can change into later on. We're going to go ahead and go with the warrior because usually, you know, warrior's pretty simple and easy to play, and I don't want to take and have to learn a whole bunch of stuff while I'm trying to show you guys this stuff. So you can clear the preview, you can do all that stuff. We're going to get out of here, but we are going to go ahead and complete this. We've got our name, we've got all that stuff. So let's complete and move on. So we've got some multiple character spots, so you can make different character spots. You've also got this Majin preview, and the Majins are a couple of different things. They're not only your mounts, but they can also fight for you. These guys will get certain attack abilities, and you can see they got some pretty cool ones: unicorn, white tiger, mammoth, and of course a little spring rabbit. But either way, you will get your hands on these. You'll be able to cultivate them. You'll be able to get skills for them. You're going to be able to choose how they act in battle and all of that stuff as well. But let's get into the game and show you guys new player. Would you like to follow the recommended route to get into the beginner village and learn how to play? Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and take a look at all this stuff. It's kind of, we're going to look at this stuff, but it's kind of the basics. Go to this guy, talk to him. He's going to have quest for you. He's going to have a marker over his head. That's going to mean he's got a quest, and then you're going to go complete that quest. So nothing that you guys aren't already pretty much used to. Now, one thing that that some of you will maybe get turned off by, it is tab target, but the game does have a nice rich story, and the PvP is pretty intense. Once you reach level 30, you're going to get into these different zones. Okay, so I'm in the game now. Let's get back to resume. So as you can see, you do have all these different characters here, your NPCs that you can go ahead and click on, and then they've got a story. So yes, let's get the rookie blessing. Let's accept that. So you can see that you've got a lot of the basics when it comes to how these systems work. Now the game graphically definitely is showing a little bit of age, but the game has actually been around quite a while. It's just recently come to North America. So the game does have a lot of history behind it, and it also has a lot of depth to its story. So that's kind of a good thing. So for those of you that are looking for depth of story, it's there. It's definitely there, and you can read all this stuff and get into the role playing. When you do get in, you will see you've got a lot of different players running around. You've also got, you know, kind of these basic things. Click here. Well, yep, I already did that. So now we do have the auto routing system. So you can see you've got farmer, you've got the mail master, stuff like that. We've also got our little bonus. We'll collect all this stuff. Yes. So level, and we got level up gifts once you reach level 20. So you can see here, you can collect all these different things once you've been online for 10, 15 minutes, all that stuff. So very typical out of your Eastern MMORPGs. Now we can see off in the distance, the game world does look pretty good. It's got, you know, nice environments, nice look to it. Animations are pretty fluid as far as my running is concerned. We'll see how fluid it is once I get into some action here. Looks like we've got pretty good pathing as far as getting to this guy. Let's complete this. He's probably going to hopefully want us to kill some stuff, so we can get into that. The treants. Yes, he wants us to take out these little guys. Now it's kind of nice for once we aren't actually taking out a bunch of rabbits and things of that nature. So we can also change our angle by right clicking, holding down, and moving around. We can also move by clicking on the ground. So you can move with WASD, or you can move around by just clicking on the ground. So it's kind of nice to have those options. So let's go ahead and attack this thing. Let's go ahead and close this out. And of course, these guys are easy and simple because they are the level 1 guys. Now what's this? We've got skill combo. So can we go ahead and use our skill combo? Nope, not yet. So we just need to take out 3 more of these treants. So far, it looks like the animations for the combat looks pretty good as well. So it's nice when you see that stuff. See nice animations in the combat. I always like that. Now I would like to hear some music, so it's kind of a little bit disappointing that we're not having some music playing in the background. Now let me check these settings really quick here. Let's go to audio, make sure we've got music. There's the music volume right there. So when we are hearing some music at times, but it's not playing all the time. And that's kind of something that, you know, I'd like to see, but it's not a game changer. It's not one of those things that's going to kill it. We can press spacebar to jump, and it looks like we actually float a little bit when we jump. We get you see that we get up in the air, and we actually, on our way down, we kind of come down nice and slow. So I guess gravity is more like the more like the moon than like Earth as far as the Aurora World is concerned. So let's go ahead and complete that quest. And we've got our first skill book. So there we go, we got our first skill book, and we can go ahead and use that item. I like that this comes up like that. I've seen this in other games. It's nice when they do that. So we can just go ahead and click on that, and boom, we've got our first skill, a strong attack. So let's go ahead and move that to number 2. And let's see, does he want us to go take out some more guys? So nope, he wants to just complete the skill book. And we are already level 3. So we are progressing rather quickly through these levels. That's always nice to see. Alright, so our next aircraft, let's go check that out. Let's go see what kind of aircraft we get. Maybe it just makes us float longer when we're doing our jumps. See, I can't get over how long I stay in the air. I go up fast, but I come down really slow. So, all right, here's the wind controller. He looks pretty cool. He's got a little stick. Well, don't hit me with that stick, dude. So, what are you gonna do for me, other than make me a level 4? So, bamboo mass. Oh, we get our first weapon. So let's go ahead and select that. Nope, we've got to go get some bamboo. So we've got to earn bamboo. So back to the farmland we go. Why couldn't this guy over here tell me that I needed bamboo and tell me to go get it while I was taking out these treants? And so the game does have a lot of different systems. Let's go ahead and we can bring up L to bring our quest log up. So you can see here, you can also see bamboo that shows us where those are, where the wind controller is, so we can easily click on those. We can share an abandoned quest, the typical stuff there. Now let's see, we got other stuff down here. We can take a look at our character by hitting this or pressing C, and we can see we've got all the different spots that we can normally put different gear and things like that. There's our job, beginner. So we haven't even chosen whether we're actually a warrior or a mage or a witch or an alchemist or any of that stuff yet. So that's probably coming up, I'm going to guess probably around level 10. So let's go ahead, and while we're looking at all this stuff, we'll collect. So we can see all these different attributes. It looks like it's pretty deep when it comes to attributes. I like that. I like when it's deep like that. Then we can take a look at our nation stuff. We can see our hourly fame and killing limit. So a lot of stuff related definitely to the PvP of the game. So where we need what? One more bamboo, so go get that. Then we've got titles, so I haven't earned any titles yet, so there's none there. Then we've got our backpack. We can open with B or by clicking this, and we can see in here, what do we got? We've got our blessing bolt, which is a weapon that looks pretty damn powerful. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And we've got Blessing Silk. We'll go ahead and throw that on. And we're already pimped out in some pretty sweet gear. So it looks like the game is going to give you a bunch of pretty decent gear right out of the gate, just to get you through these early levels. It's probably going to power me through the first 20 levels easily. I'm guessing that they're a little bit more focused on endgame, especially with the PvP focus, with them just releasing the nation and stuff like that. So congrats, your gear reached 1 star. All right, well, thank you very much. So let's look at the rest of these. We've got our skills, which is in a weird spot, V. So we've got our skills, and we can actually set up different combos. And so by taking and setting up these combos, so we've got combo 1, we've got combo 2, we can actually do all of these skills right in one shot. So we can go ahead and throw that right there. We'll dump this, and let's see, bamboo mast. Yep, there you go. You give us a sword that is crap compared to what we already have, and then you want us to go get a turtle shell. But you can see here, you can also take and look at your individual skills. This is where you can drag and drop them to your hotbar. But it's really cool how you have these combos that you can set up. I do like that a lot. So let's go ahead, and we're off to get a turtle shell. And what else is going on? So here's our Majin. We don't have any yet, but we'll go ahead and put them in there, and you can see they rank up, and they have a soul, and they have soul limits, and all of these different attributes that go along with them as well. And then we've got soul communication. You can see here you've got clan chat, you've got Aurora Club, you've got my friends. So basically that's just, they call it soul communication, but it's just basically all of your community type stuff with your friends and good things like that. Then you've got your clans, which I don't have. There's your social network under O. Life skills, it's funny that they call them life skills, but these are all basically your, I don't want to call them professions because they actually call your class professions, but these are all the different skills that you can basically crafting. This is all your crafting right here. You've got metal, you've got gem, you've got herbs, and you've got fabric. So you can pick and choose which one you want to go. To learn fabric, reach level 40, herbs 40, gem 40. So it looks like we can't even do any of these until we reach level 40, but that will probably happen pretty quick. So let's go ahead and come on, utilize our combo on this guy. Oh, that was easy. And he's down. And let's go ahead. This turtle shell is useless. Find another one. All right. So we need to find a good turtle shell. So, So what do we do here? So we pick this up. Oh, it looks like we're actually going to pick it up and carry it over our head. And so off we go back to the wind controller with this turtle shell over our head. And it looks like if we get attacked, we can actually put it down. I wish I could just throw it at somebody like Super Mario action. Just take out a whole bunch of these guys, have it bounce off the tree, jump over, land on it again, stop it, pick it up, all that good stuff. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we'll continue through this. So we saw life skills. Then we have our talents. We can go ahead and put, as we reach certain levels, you can see here, we've got our novice. Then we've got our novice here, required level 10 and required a novice 1 pill. We can go ahead and put and earn different talents and be able to use those as we progress through the game as well. And then we've got our settings. And then, of course, the item mall, which is essentially, you know, where you're going to take and buy anything costume-wise or mounts or Majins or bags, or you can see here, they've got all kinds of different stuff in here. So, all right, come on, let's get back to the wind controller, turn in our turtle shell, and move on with the next piece of our quest. There we go. Source the Wacken. All right, this is just going to get us a bunch of, so let's head off this way. I wish I already had a mount so I could move around a lot faster, but looks like this guy, him and I are just right behind each other. But you can see there is some decent chat going on, people trading stuff, wanting to sell, all that good jazz. So the game does have a decent sized community, so if you jump in, you're not going to be sitting there and be like, oh, I'm all by myself, here we go again. I do have to say, it's one of those things, the dated graphics probably could definitely use an update, but doubt that's going to happen. The later game is very focused on PvP, especially with all the nation, and also open world PvP inside of the different areas. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and accept this, if we can. Maybe. There we go. Accept that, and let's bring up the map. Take a look at the map so you guys can see. There we go. So you can see here we've got, this is the region that we're in right now, and this is kind of the newbie area. It's kind of neat how each of the little areas are designated. Oh, you know, here's level 1 through 3, here's 3 to 5, here's 5 to 8. And when you take and you go to the world map, you will see that exact same thing on the world map as well. be able to see, well, not on the main world map, if we can get there. Come on. Getting some lag. Fraps and the game are not playing nicely with each other right now. Gotta love it. Either way, when we get to the world map, which hopefully will be soon. Come on. There we go. So you can see you've got the these three different, the demon world, the divine world, and the human world. We go to the human world, you can see it's broken down in your factions. You've got all this different area. Then you've got the Earth Seal, and then the Earth Seal, this is your big PvP area where you're going to take, and you're going to have to do a lot of PvPing in this Earth Seal area. You can see you've got different points and by different levels and all that stuff. And so you can get into those different areas and really have some fun with that. Let's go back to the world. You've also got the demon world, and you can see those are made up of several different areas as well. And you can see they're broken down by level when you get into those. So it's neat to be able to see where you're going to go, what places you're going to get yourself into, and all of that good jazz when you get into the map areas and stuff like that. I always like that. Cabal does that. This game does that. A lot of other games are starting to do that. I think it's really neat to be able to see where you're going to go at what levels and stuff of that nature. So, but like I was saying, graphically the game is a bit dated, but that doesn't really stop the clean nature of what's going on here. The animations are clean, the graphics are clean, so it's nice to see that. The questing system is pretty basic. I haven't seen anything that's really like, it's pretty much go kill these guys, go get these things. The water does look pretty good though, I do have to say that. The water does look, with the reflections and stuff like that, so the water doesn't look too bad. So we'll give them that for sure on the graphical side of things. But sound-wise, like I said, I really wish there would be some music going on, kind of fill in those spaces when I am just running around with some nice music. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you'd like to play or learn more about the Aurora World, you can read our full review at MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.